Escape the dungeon!
Hello, everybody. This is Escape the Dungeon, the podcast where we ask you to join us as we explore the world beyond the world's oldest role-playing game. My name is Mike Cripps, and I will be your master of ceremonies. And I'm joined by 4 mystifying players. Zach Brass.
Hello. I'll be playing Crash Jordan today.
No, you won't.
Dom Brass.
Son of a bitch. Hi.
Nate Brass.
What's up, Internet? That's me. I'm Nate. Today I'll be playing Tiny Tim.
And Tyler Knittle.
As himself.
Fine.
Each season, we will be playing a different tabletop role-playing game. This season, we are playing Urban Shadows 2nd Edition, a Powered by the Apocalypse game published by Magpie Games. How is everybody doing today?
Wonderful,
Pretty
master.
Swell.
I don't think anybody was Tiny Tim's master.
Yeah, you're...
I mean, no, yeah, that's
I think you're
100%
mixing up.
not how that worked.
I mean, it's been a while since I've seen Muppet Christmas Carol, so, you know.
But if anything, he was a master. You know, he was, Master Tim. You know, because they say that for, little mister.
You're thinking of, sir?
Why are we talking about Tiny Tim and Christmas characters when it's, what, February?
Whatever, man.
Come
It's
on,
still
let
Christmas until
be
it's
over.
not
It's my
cold.
birthday month.
No, it's not.
Ever.
What are you, 7 birthday
Right?
month? Come
This
on,
guy.
man.
Freaking nerd.
Get him.
Every single episode this month, released this month, is gonna start with happy birthday.
The only reason I care about my birthday is that it's around the time that the MLS season starts,
Well, that is important.
and that's how I remember it. Never change your
That's
schedule.
how I
MLS.
remember my birthday.
That's how you remember your birthday.
I just kept
No,
forgetting.
that's not how I
Yeah, he
remember my
didn't even
birthday.
know what his
This
birthday
guy
was
did
until
not
MLS
remember
started.
MLS
Whatever that
starts.
was.
Whatever you say, Tyler. I have a bold proclamation I'd like to make.
I
bet
disagree
you
with
do.
I think that the 5 of us collectively have the best hair in actual play podcasting.
Oh, you know what? Honestly, I think that's a genuinely good shout.
I think the 5 of us have some
I
beautiful
think I have the
heads of hair.
thinnest hair, and people compliment me on my hair all the goddamn time.
You're just opening the door for Zach to stoke his ego. You can't do that.
I just said I have the thinnest hair.
I'm stoking my own ego right now.
You do have very fabulous hair, Mike.
I had a barber appointment right before we recorded this, and one, I was worried that I was going to be later than I was going to be, or than I actually was, because, man, my barber was taking his sweet time today.
Oh, dude, that's how you know it's good.
I swear, I was sitting there for like 10 minutes before he like cut the first strand. Like, yeah, he's a good guy, but he was telling me that he wants me to be a hair model for him.
Oh my
Nice.
God. There you go.
Nice.
Genuine compliment he gave me.
Yeah,
Nah,
there
man.
you go.
When people cut my hair, they're like, bro, why is your hair so weird, man?
Do you guys go to the same barber every time? Do you jump around? What is your routine for haircuts?
What's a barber?
I got the last haircut I got was probably like 3-4 months ago. That was the first haircut I've got since COVID. So I don't know. They were good. They did a good job, so I might stick with them. If I need a haircut in 2 years,
Yeah. When I go to a barber, usually you stick with the one place because like everybody sucks, and if you find a good
It's
place,
true.
you stay there. Like
Like
nobody.
the thing about curly hair
everybody
is
sucks.
that like a lot of people are really bad at dealing with curly
They
hair.
just don't know how to cut it, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's ridiculous. Yeah, you have to have like a barber shop. But otherwise, yeah, I'm just like cutting it at home or getting Nate to cut it or something.
I haven't been to a barber in like 2 years.
Was it quite that long ago when you cut all your hair off? I don't remember.
It was long before. There was a time where I was trying to grow it out in time for Halloween to be Jerry Garcia, because our costume idea was I would be Jerry Garcia, Zach would be Jimi Hendrix, our friend would be Freddie Mercury because he grows a spruce mustache, and his now wife would be Janis Joplin.
Yeah.
But then COVID happened.
Yeah, so
and I was like, I'm not going to go to a bar. Great, an excuse to not go to a barber. I've always wanted to grow my hair out. And then I cut it for a date, which never do. Never do that.
Don't do that.
You cut it for a date,
alter-
one-time date.
Yeah, one-time
never do
date.
that.
Rough.
It was dumb. But hey, I donated the hair, so it wasn't a complete loss. And now it's, about 80% back to where it was. It's still not at the small of my back. But the main reason I grew it back is all the old ladies on the property I live on were like, oh, your hair was so gorgeous. Why don't you grow it back? And I'm like, I can't let the old ladies not have their on-site Fabio.
Oh my god.
There's like this Subway near where I work that I eat at probably like once a month when I don't have food or whatever.
God, this is how Chicago pilled I am. You just said that, and I'm like, I didn't realize like the Allentown area had public transit like that.
Yeah, public transit. Are you kidding me? Don't get Tyler started on public transit. We'll be here all day.
Dude, I go down Tillman Street and there's like 3 bus stops. They're just on the side of a 4-lane road with no sidewalk, and they have no shelter. And it's like, how the fuck does the bus even do here? This is stupid.
How does the bus even do?
It's bad. I can't remember what I was saying, but no, Subway. And the lady over at the Subway, every time I go in there, she's like, oh, I love your hair. And then she gives me a free soda.
Dude. Ridiculous.
During COVID, I started to like buzz my own head, which I had never done before. And like the first time I did that, I was like, oh no, what have I done?
Dude, that's a real feel.
I tried doing that once. So to do the back, I put like a piece of paper between my ears to like make a barrier so I didn't have to look or anything. Little did I know that humans are asymmetrical. So the buzz was crooked.
Nice.
That's when Tyler learned his ears are not perfectly straight.
My ears are not perfectly straight, but hey, I can hear stereo real good.
What are you, an owl?
Kinda. That's how they do it.
Guys, so we've established
Tyler's basically
Tyler,
an
you
owl.
don't go to a barber shop.
Nope.
Zach, you've gone for the first time in forever recently. Nate, Dom, are you guys like regularly going to get haircuts?
No, I usually cut my own hair because I hate the barber. It's like the worst place to ever be. They always want to talk to me, and I never want to talk to them.
Just cut my hair.
It gets
Shut up.
awkward, and they just keep talking at me, and then I'm like, "Stop it, please!" And then it's just, I hate it. And like, I don't want people talking to me while they're touching my head. You know,
I get them.
I don't like it.
I feel that. I've definitely gone to some places where you don't click with the hairdresser, and that is not a fun experience.
See, that's the important thing. Back when I used to get my hair cut regularly, I just had a singular barber because they had a good like chemistry conversation wise with me. I'm like, you know what? I like talking with you. You're
literally, because I love that you mentioned that that's the important thing, because literally that is not the important thing. That is insane. The important thing is you walk out of that room with a fresh fucking cut. That is what matters. Okay? And that's what feels good.
Of course, that's the priority.
It is the only thing. These guys talk to me, and usually, like I said, it's just like, yo, man, dude, your hair is weird. And I'm like, bro, I don't know. And that's our conversation. And they'll usually like talk to some other guy or some shit. And it's like, fine. I don't care. And if they try to talk to me, I'll go like, yeah, do the whole fucking whatever.
I like talking with my barber.
I've had plenty of great conversations with barbers, but I've had great conversations with barbers that did a shitty job.
Exactly.
And I've had shitty conversations with barbers that did a good job. And you know what? I'd rather have the good job.
It's important when you go to a barber to be able to say, haha, yeah, that's crazy. And that's also what you want to be able to say about Urban Shadows 2nd edition.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Cue the music.
Previously on Urban Shadows. After an attack on Chris's house and sanctum, the group came together to talk about what comes next. The group decided to contact the Spring Court fairies to discuss their plans against Moose Calhoun and the Sons of Earthly Filth. The Fae revealed they're planning to summon chupacabras to drain the life of anyone involved in the Sun's attack on the Prince of Spring, including reformed member and friend Leon and potential ally Dimitri. In order to complete the summoning ritual, they need an artifact held by the Red Vineyard Society, Vinny's faction. The group decided their best way of saving their friends and stopping the Suns is to get the artifact by stopping the Purple Guys show at Vinny's request. And Bobby says, in order to do that, they're gonna need to find Josh King. With just under 5 hours until the start of the show, the clock is ticking.
What the fuck do you mean we have to kill somebody? I'm just a little lost, Bobby. What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay.
Well, hang on a second, Chris. It's just Josh. I mean, if there was anybody that would be super convenient to kill, I'm just saying, the big J-Dog. Nobody would miss him except for my boss, probably.
Chris, they're vampires. All right. Like, this is how, like, trust me, they're artists, they're vampires. This is how we do it. Like, you can't, like, this might be our only shot, and this is definitely what works. Like, and gives us an excuse to finally get rid of Josh. I don't know. I think it's probably the best move.
I love the idea of us being rid of Josh, but also he is a powerful demon that we should probably not just attack out of the blue and create enemies from.
Well, he's already pretty much hates.
Well,
most of us.
I mean, he's
us.
our enemy, but do you think your boss would be cool with us just popping Josh?
I mean, not super sure. He might just see it as Josh is being a little bitch. I don't know. Sometimes he's kind of hard to read, that guy. But it would probably, I actually am not totally sure. He might be super pissed at us, or he might just be like, well, bitch had it coming. So I'm fine with it.
I mean, look, I'm telling you, to do this right, we need a body. And I don't think there's a better option for a body right now than the,
What if we just cut off his arm? I think that would probably stop the show, right? And be still metal.
Yeah, we could. Yeah. I mean, technically, as long as there's body.
Just, if it's really hard to kill.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's a good backup for sure. Like if, just cut off a body part, we could definitely work with that. It's good only because it's Josh King, a powerful, what do you guys call it? A powerful tainted in Las Vegas. Like that can send a statement. We can work with that.
We prefer the term demonly enlightened.
Okay. I mean, whatever.
Look, if we're going to do this, we don't have a lot of time. I mean, Bobby.
Yeah, I just...
Oh, come on. Josh is the biggest, loudest, showiest loser in town. If we want to find him, we got to make a few phone calls, and he's probably just flaunting his shit everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be tough, but I figure we just go for it. I mean, this is our chance. Stuff's lining it up. We can get some moves done.
He might literally be live streaming on Instagram for all we know. He really likes to show off.
If that's the case, check your Instagram, give him a call. You got his number.
Oh, no, I don't use social media.
But you have his number.
Maybe. I didn't save it, but he probably is on like a group text I can look up. Start going through my phone. I don't like him. Why would I save his number?
Yeah, no, I get it.
You work with him.
Bobby, I don't know about this. This is a lot.
I mean, like, what do you want to do? Like, the Fae are going to kill everyone who was part of the Sons of Earthly Filth. But I figure, we get them the wand, ask them maybe don't kill everybody. We could figure something out. But, meanwhile, like, we do have to do something about the Sons because they're trying to summon a freaking demon and start the apocalypse. Like, this is where we got to just make some moves quick, right? Get stuff done. Like, I'm telling you, this is how we impress these guys.
If this works, I'll never have my trust waver in you.
This is surprising. I mean, I hate to be the voice of reason here. I really do. I don't know what's coming over me, but I mean, why don't we just let them kill all the Sons of Filthy? I mean, they're trying to summon a demon to destroy the world. I mean, we'll just hide Leon in like somewhere good, or maybe we could just trade his life. Screw the rest of them.
Well, how are we trading for Leon's life? What are we giving them?
Well, I guess you're right. We we give him. That's right. We gotta decapitate Josh. Drop his head on stage.
I like that.
Right.
Where your head's at, because that is very easy. A lot of points for just a head. Like even if he regrows it or something, like that's pretty good.
Look, whatever happens to Moose happens to Moose. I don't want the rest of them harmed.
I this is a powerful tainted that we're just going to kill. Like I at this point, isn't it easier for us to just go hunt down the Sons of Earthly Filth? Give him Moose's head. Say, hey, you're done.
Honestly, you do make a point. We could just use Moose's head.
I mean,
that would be way easier.
Yeah, it's 5 hours if we want to get this wand.
Well, more like 4 hours and 50 minutes, but...
And they're armed to the teeth, and they have the church,
look,
supporting them.
All right.
Yeah, look, you're right. That's a tough one, too.
I get it. Bobby's never going to use his dead on me. I'm convinced. Let's just go.
God, sorry.
Oh, look, my only other suggestion is we could just go see if there are any dead homeless people.
Wow.
I mean, they're already dead.
Wow.
Not kill one, just, if there's a body laying around.
Wow.
It would be better than killing somebody. Don't judge me. He wants to kill somebody.
Well,
that's a person.
Yeah, but, I'm just saying, if we really need a dead body...
I'm fine with killing a tainted, but that is a person.
I'm a person.
Are you a person?
Josh ain't a person. I'm okay with that.
Me too. I'm just saying, it's probably going to be harder to kill than a dead person.
Well, I say let's go for it. Why not? At this point, we kind of got most of us on board.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. I've always wanted to kill Josh anyway.
Chris, are you on board with this?
Trying to kill a fucking demon so we can impress your vampire friends?
A demon that hurt Celeste, I might remind you.
I don't know, Bobby. Killing a powerful demon just so we can impress your vampire friends?
Look, Chris, I'm here for you, right? Like, I'm muscle. I got you. All right. But let me call in a debt here, right? This is a quick, easy job. Okay, it's difficult, but if we do it, there's a huge payout. This is big. We can make some real moves here if we do this quick. This is a great way to try to put a pin on Josh King causing us fucking problems. And we get the wand, clean up everything nice. So just work with me here, all right?
I think we're biting off more than we can chew. I don't think this is going to come without repercussions, but for now, I'll trust you, Bobby. You have me with whatever you need.
Thank you, Chris.
So, Bobby, sounds like you are cashing in a debt on Chris to do this. Some good news here. Cashing in a debt is one of the triggers to marking a circle, and so is honoring a debt. So by doing this, by having this transactional nature to your relationship right now, you guys can both mark a circle. Chris, you can mark knight because you are honoring a knight debt, and Bobby, you can cash power if you have not already.
Already marked power, no worries.
Then you got nothing.
Chris, cash in your debt with me soon. I want to advance.
Dude.
Did you, that was your fourth one, Nate?
Yes.
So you advance.
Yes, I do.
The first one to do it.
The first one to mark all 4 circles. So you now are going to erase all your marks from those. You clear out all your circles, but you do get a advancement. You've got a whole list of things that you can choose from. What advancement does Chris take? And like, how do you think this moment maybe is what gives you that realization of this new power or ability increase or whatever? What happens?
I can get new spells. I can get some new stuff for my sanctum. I can add a +1 status to one of the circles. Or I could take a move from another playbook. What I'm going to do is take the sworn move, Devious, which gives me +1 mind.
So that's a move from another playbook?
Yes.
That just basically makes you smarter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. I like it. Sort of min-maxy, but, whatever.
If Chris wants to be a glass cannon, let her.
Now, the cool thing about these advancements, I don't know if we've mentioned this before, but these are one and done. So the next time Chris advances, you can choose move from another archetype again, but only one more time. You can only ever take that option twice. And then once you've done it twice, you have to choose something else. Same with all of the different advancements from circle and corruption. It's always a dwindling list of choices. So with that out of the way, like I've said a couple times, like you guys have said a couple of times, you got less than 5 hours to find Josh. There is a ticking clock here. And since the last time we recorded, I did a lot of digging. I did a lot of thinking about what the best way to handle this is going to be. Because there is a move in the game that we've done a couple times called Hit the Streets. But as I was rereading that, it's really not what we're looking for right now. Because hit the streets is when you are going to somebody, you know where they are, and you are trying to get specific information or resources out of them. That's not what is happening right now. You guys are trying to hunt someone down in a limited amount of time. And I took a look and I couldn't find quite what I was looking for until I stumbled upon a little chapter in the rulebook about custom moves. Ooh. Because the game acknowledges that there's not going to be a perfect pre-existing move for everything that you're going to want to do in this game. And if I'm being a little honest, that was maybe a source of frustration for me in the first dozen episodes or so.
I think this is a game changer.
But the guidelines here are pretty good about, what custom moves should be for and how to make them and like how to adjudicate them. And so that's what I've done today. I've made my own move. I'm gonna read it to you guys, and we can talk about it and see how you feel.
Do it.
I love this. I'm so excited.
This is a custom move called Race the Clock.
Ooh.
That's not how I
All
expected.
right, let's go.
When you race the clock to search for something or someone with only a limited amount of time to find it, roll with Spirit. And the reason I chose Spirit is because that is the stat for determination, focus, willpower, and I think that is really what's being tested here. It's not like how quickly you're moving or how smart you are about where you look. It's how focused you can be. So I'm saying roll with Spirit. On a 10 plus, pick 1. On a 7 to 9, pick 2. On a miss, you either realize you cannot find what you are looking for in this time and can come up with a different plan, or pick all 3. Because this is going to be a list of consequences for racing the clock. You can pick. It will require you to call in a desperate favor from a contact who could help you find what you're looking for. You owe them a debt. It takes longer than you planned to find what you're looking for. You are running behind schedule, and whatever clock you are racing is nearly up. And lastly, whoever is or has what you're searching for gets notified that you're after them.
Damn.
They have time to prepare for your arrival. You take -1 ongoing to dealing with them.
That's a good one. I like it.
Okay. I'll roll.
I will say, by the way, if we're looking for people, I would just say this wouldn't necessarily be the worst time for Ezra to give Barb a call, the hunters.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think Barb can help you with this?
Also, she might just be like, if I show up and I'm like, hey, by the way, we're trying to take out this big and powerful tainted. Do you want in? I don't know. She might be like, oh, totally.
She might. Only one way to find out.
Yeah.
All right, I'm rolling. Oof, bad rolls. Got a 9.
So, the time begins to pass as you guys race across Las Vegas, calling upon different contacts, looking up anywhere you could think to get an idea of where Josh King is, because you need to find him fast. Cris, you tell me, is this search going to require you to call in a desperate favor? Is it going to take longer than you planned? Or is Josh going to get a heads up and be able to prepare? You've got to pick 2 of those things.
I'm gonna call in a favor from our favorite Oracle friend Matilda, and Josh is gonna know that we're coming.
Okay. how do you think Matilda's able to help you with this?
I have been kind of studying some of this oracle stuff myself. Maybe a future advancement will find me oracling. And so I think I call over Matilda to kind of like show me how to use the crystal ball. Like, she can't directly do it exactly. But she's like kind of coaching me through finding him using it like a crystal ball that I have in my sanctum. But it's kind of like a scrying on him that like he has the ability to see.
I like this a lot, actually. So instead of like necessarily immediately just driving aimlessly, looking wherever, Cris is like, I gotta head back to the sanctum.
Yeah. Well, so when you say it's a spirit roll, I imagine like most playbooks like using their kind of abilities in trying to beat this clock. So like I imagine like Bobby hitting the streets as trying to like get his scent. I'm like doing some magic stuff, and I don't know, Zach's talking to demons or something.
Yeah, I mean, spirit is like magic, but it is also just willpower and focus, right? Like, keep your cool is a spirit roll. And so that's kind of where I was going for with that. But I see what you're saying. And I think that makes a lot of sense. And so, Cris, you're in the sanctum. You like call Matilda O'Shaughnessy on FaceTime, and she's like, she answers and she looks confused. And Cris, what do you want? Why are you calling me?
Matilda, so I'm trying to see if I can figure out how to scry on someone. I was wondering if you could walk me through these instructions I have. Don't really make too much sense to me.
Yeah, I don't have time for this, Cris. You want me to show you scry? No, I'm sorry.
Matilda, I introduced you to Nigel. You owe me one. Come on, girl.
And she seems frustrated, like she clearly doesn't want to help you. So yeah, you do have a debt on her, which you can use in this moment to essentially cancel out the debt, or she can be like, fine, but you owe me for this, and then you'd owe her a debt. So however you want to handle that.
I think I'm just going to cancel out the debt I owe her for now.
All right, fine, but we're square after this. You understand?
Square as a box. So how...
Nice.
How do I change the sound settings on this thing?
And she's like, okay, turn your camera around. Make it forward facing, and I'll talk you through.
I've already opened up options. I just can't seem to find.
My battery is so low. This is always happening these days. Let me see if I can find my charger. Because she has no luck.
Nice.
The call drops, and like a full 15 minutes later, she calls you back. It's always in the last place you look. But yeah, so she walks you through a ritual. And you are able to use a crystal ball to scry upon Josh. And I think the scrying starts very hazy and out of focus, and like more details sort of filter in, and you can hear Josh first before you can really even see him, and he's talking to somebody, and he's like, hey, Lorenzo, man, you got that good stuff? The stuff you've been giving me, man, for the past couple of weeks, it ain't been as good as usual. I need the good stuff, you hear me? And then you hear this other voice sort of, "Hey, Josh, my friend. Of course, I can do that for you. Only the most premium of a sand for you, my friend Josh." And the image sort of comes into focus, and you see that Josh is at a bar counter in a very dark space. And you realize that he is the only human in this room. The other figures you can see are all ghosts. And the ghost that he is talking to is wearing a spectral pinstriped suit and fedora. And the image clears a little bit more. And you see like the telltale sign of a secret door in the background, like the backside of a door that would be disguised on the room that it connects to. And you have a realization of where this is, Chris. This is a real place in Las Vegas. The Mob Museum.
Oh, nice. Neat.
Fun.
The Mob Museum, which has a working replica speakeasy in the basement called the Underground, and which I am saying in this version of the world has a secret sub-basement for supernatural mobsters.
Let's
as
go.
an actual speakeasy. You see that, like, telekinetically a pouch of sand floats over to Josh, being directed by this ghost gangster. And Josh snorts some sand. And he, like, reclines back on the bar stool, clearly taking a great deal of pleasure from this. And the ghost sort of looks past Josh curiously. It's like, hey, Josh, do you see that? And Josh turns around, looking right at you, Chris, eyes super dilated from the sand. And the ghost says, "I think somebody's watching you."
My magic spectral eye just blinks at them a couple times and then zooms out the window.
And so the four of you are able to regroup. You now know where Josh is.
I found Josh. I know exactly where he is. I think he knows that we're on our way. So, let's go.
Well, that's convenient and inconvenient.
Well, do you guys want me to get some backup?
Yes.
What kind of backup can you bring? Yeah.
I mean, I'll ask the hunters if they want to help. I mean, they like killing things like me.
No, yeah. I think that sounds like a good idea. Let's see if they'll give us a hand with this.
All right, well, let's get this moving. Anyway, what's time? How much? I mean, that didn't take us very long. We're well on schedule, right?
Yeah, because Nate did not choose the time-based consequence, you've got plenty of time to like get there, get Josh, and make it back to the performance. That is not immediately a problem.
I'm going to rush on off to Barb's bar.
Barb's bar?
Barb's bar.
Bar. What are you,
yeah,
a barbarian?
You are able to find Barb. She has like a bar / garage that she runs.
Yes. Okay.
And you are able to find her tweaking her own motorcycle outside of the establishment. And when you approach her, and she's like, Ezra, god damn it, is that you?
Hey Barb, how you doing? Still working on that old thing?
She stands up and like wipes the grease off her hands. She's a woman in her mid-50s, but in great shape. Like this woman could, I don't know, deadlift like 800 pounds.
Ooh, yes. Okay.
And she walks up to you. It's like, Ezra Fontaine, do you know how long I've been looking for you?
No, I'm really good at ignoring my phone.
Yeah, I know that. And she like gets close to whisper to you. It's like, that news story from last week, that apartment building, that was yours, wasn't it?
Yeah, the boss wasn't happy with me after that. But don't worry, I'm still good. Yeah, and don't worry about that. The insurance doesn't think it was me so far. But hey, so I got some interesting news that you might be interested in. You know, I know it's been a little while since you and your guys had a little, proper hunt, probably. I mean, I haven't heard of anything crazy going on, but we're going after Josh.
You're going after Josh.
Yeah. Yep. It's time. That smug little asshole's gonna get his teeth knocked in.
Ezra, sweetheart, you've been talking about going after Josh as long as I've known you.
Yeah, but we're doing it like in a couple hours, so I was just asking if you wanted.
Can you remind me, do you have a debt on her, or does she have a debt on you?
You owe them a debt. I owe her a debt.
She is, cleaning herself off, clearly mulling over your words. And what, you come to me and you expect me to drop everything and help you with this, Ezra? You know I like you. You know I think you're a good guy underneath that dumbass fedora and leather jacket you're wearing, even though it's goddamn near 100 degrees in April. It's March still.
Yeah, well, I'm riding a motorcycle. It's safety.
But you're not on a motorcycle right now, Ezra.
Yeah, well, what do you want me to take it
Are
off?
you sweating like a pig in that thing?
I don't really feel heat like that anymore.
Right, you're weird little demon boy. Look, I've got my own stuff going on right now, Ezra. I've got to take care of things, but you really need my help with this?
I mean, it would be really cool. He might be a pain in the ass to take down,
Yeah, I hear you. Okay. I'll help you out with this, but you'll owe me. You understand?
Yeah, all right, that's totally fair. Anything you need. You know me. I'm mostly reliable, but I got you on this, for sure. And the other thing.
And the other thing. You and me, we're going to have a real talk one day, Ezra. Not today, but one day.
You know it.
Where are we heading? Where's Josh at?
He's at the Mob Museum. They've got, you know the place.
I know the place. And she, smirks and shakes her head. What a little asshole. Gets her things, gets on her bike, and rides off with you towards the museum.
Does she ride a chopper?
Totally. She hates my little crotch rocket.
Okay.
And so the gang gets together out front of the Mob Museum. Bobby, Ezra, Cris, Dale, Barb. Celeste with you, or is Celeste at home?
She's at home.
She's at home.
I'm just gonna channel some magic before we go inside.
Well, before you go inside, you are going to need to pay about $35 a person for admission.
Ridiculous.
I assume Bobby does not have $35 on him.
He does not.
So Ezra will be like, "Oh, you need me to pay Bobby? I got you."
You're gonna pay for him and make me pay for myself?
All right, fine. I guess I live in your house right now.
Yeah, you guys haven't talked about rent or anything.
I'm like a dog, dude. I don't have to pay rent. That's crazy.
Good boy.
We have to pay pet fees on him.
That's awful.
You're the dog.
I know.
And so you guys head into the museum. This is like a fully functioning, open to the public museum. So, like, I imagine Cris doesn't want to just start channeling magic right away. We've talked about it before. There is, like, sort of a veil between the human world and the magic world, but that's like mostly held intact by humans not wanting to see magic than anything else. So
if you just obviously start doing magic in a museum filled with people.
I think I'm literally though, like I'm just channeling like in the car before we go in, just so like my energy's ready. Like I'm not casting anything. Like I'm just
sure. But yeah, you guys are able to go inside. You see like exhibits of Tommy guns and everything like that. And you head down to the underground distillery and speakeasy, and you see just a bunch of people drinking and having a good time, mostly tourists. And you see like this big elaborate painting of like a gangster on the wall, and Cris, you immediately know that's it. That's the secret door that leads to the secret distillery.
Secret.
Go ahead and you can roll to channel your magic now.
Okay, I got a 10.
A 10, so that's like 3 charges of magic.
Yep, and no bad thing happened.
The 5 of you are together. You tell me what you do.
I was just gonna try and open the door.
Barb is right behind Ezra, and she looks back as she steps through the door at Bobby and just nods and says, "Wolf."
I smile.
And so Ezra, you lead the group down through this secret door, down some steps, and into what looks like a super authentic Prohibition era speakeasy. It is filled with ghosts. Ghosts that are looking at the 5 of you extremely suspiciously.
Hey, I heard you guys got the best drugs.
One floats through the air, and he goes, "Now, friend, I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, come on, man. I know what I'm doing here.
I don't think we've got anything down here that would be of interest to you corporeal types. How about you skedaddle?"
Us corporeal types, I don't know about that. You know, you ever hear of sand? You know, the stuff on the beach? The stuff the only thing that can actually get a demon high? Or at least that I know of. You wanna hook me up?
What part? Oh, we don't got nothing here for you. Are you failing to understand, buddy?
Well, thank God I'm corporeal and you're not. So I just continue walking deeper further in. I ignore him.
You are able to pass through him. He sort of like dissipates and comes back together. "Hey, watch it!" And a bunch of the ghosts in here, there's probably like 8 ghosts that are floating in here. And they're starting to go like, "Hey, what are you doing? What does it mean? I'm floating here." One sort of floats in from the very back. And he's like, "You come here. You come to my bar and you disrespect my boys. What's the meaning of this?"
Hey, man, I'm just trying to get the same hookup you're giving my boy.
I don't know who your boy is. I know that this is the territory of the Phantasmo crime family.
I'd like to make a move.
Okay.
One of my aware moves, the Lion's Den. When you gain access
I love it.
Yeah, you've used this
to a
before.
secure sanctuary, gathering spot, or place of power, which I'm pretty sure you just said it was, you can study it as if you rolled a 12 plus.
Oh,
If the location is controlled by a circle other than your own, the MC will tell you what you need to do to get a debt on a powerful NPC within that circle.
Ooh.
Okay, and this is definitely a powerful NPC within this circle.
Oh yeah.
You can study it as if you rolled a 12 plus. So you don't need to roll anything about this.
that's crazy.
It's so good. I love it.
That is so good.
It's such a good,
is very
it's
good.
like one of the main reasons I picked this class.
So you study a sanctuary, gathering spot, or place of power as if you rolled a 12 plus. Does that count as doing that circle move, do you think? I guess it must, right?
Why not?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
There we go.
So this
Woo!
is a night sanctuary, so you can go ahead and mark night in your circle advancement.
I just need power, baby. I'm coming for Cris. Cash in your debt.
On a hit, you see below the surface to the reality underneath. The MC will reveal an area, NPC, or item located within that is not what it seems. On a 10 plus, your insights reveal much about the circle's politics and schemes. Ask a relevant question about the circle and take +1 forward when interacting with them. Plus, you get to hear what you could do to gain a debt. Is that right?
The MC will tell you what you need to do to get a debt on a powerful NPC.
Jeez. Okay. You can tell that, I mean, obviously this is a ghost mafia. And they are very, very clearly involved with moving illicit substances throughout the city. And even as this guy is like, we don't have any sand here. If that's what you're after, you've come to the wrong place, capiche? You like see ghosts telekinetically like sweeping bags of sand like off the counter, trying to do so like without you guys noticing. This is clearly a sand dealing den. What is a question you would like to ask about this circle/faction?
So, where are you getting this stuff from?
And this ghost who is talking to Ezra sort of looks over his shoulder, sees his underlings, getting sand out of the way.
Don't think I didn't see that.
And he looks back to you and he nonchalantly shrugs Dale. And he says, okay, you caught me. We're moving sand. We get it direct from the source, Barkhan. It is what it is, good business and sand these days.
I'll bet.
And what I'll say about how you could potentially get a debt on this guy is helping him move sand.
I'm sure we could come to some kind of an agreement. We're just, we're just looking for your boy Josh. Maybe we can, help you guys out with your little operation. We don't need no trouble with you. We just need Josh.
You come here on the anniversary of my daughter's death to ask me where your friend Josh is.
Well, that's a coincidence. My condolences.
It's okay, she's right over there. And you see a female ghost.
That's beautiful.
She's wearing a wedding dress.
Yeah, her wedding was on her birthday. It was her birthday present.
I didn't say it was her birthday, it was just the anniversary of her death. I'm afraid that if you've come looking for Josh, you've come looking for trouble. Isn't that right, my old friend? And you see stepping out from behind the bar, like hiding behind there, crouched down, you see Josh. And he has drawn a katana.
What are you doing with a sword? Why do you have a sword? That was my thing.
His eyes are extremely dilated, and he looks absolutely manic.
Okay, I spend 2 hold to provide armor +1 to everyone in a small area, possibly including yourself. This armor lasts until the end of the scene.
You are quickly able to cast this spell, covering the 5 of you in this shimmering magical energy. As Bobby takes a hit from... We've never really addressed this. You just have like a magic vape that
It's
lets
just like
you
a magic little
transform.
blue cigarette. Yeah, I kind of talked about it one way, and I'm like, okay, just keep it simple. It's a blue cigarette of some kind. Doesn't make sense? Don't worry about it.
I totally forgot that you hit a cigarette to transform.
To forcefully transform.
It's come up a couple times, but fair enough. It's totally missable. There's a couple times I did wolf out, but I haven't wolfed out as much as I wanted to. But that's how I do it. Now we had a whole conversation. It's a little blue cigarette. I hit it, turn into a wolf. Big, scary, mystical looking wolf.
Okay. Bobby, roll to wolf out for me.
That's a 10, baby.
Fuck yeah.
So that is a let it out on a 10. That means you either mark corruption or it is costly or limited in some way. How do you think this could potentially be costly or limited?
He only half transforms, so he looks like a bobblehead.
Oh my. Yeah, okay. So the big things, I'm a big guy, I can draw attention. But in this instance, either somehow my powers are acting up because of the sand, or there's a chance I go feral for whatever reason, especially with Ezra here.
I like that your powers might be acting up. Let's say you either mark corruption or you only get to choose 2 of your transformation qualities.
Oh, I'm gonna mark corruption. Silliness.
Okay. So you mark corruption. So Bobby starts transforming. Ezra, you're also going to transform?
Totally.
Yeah, roll with blood.
All right. I rolled a 13.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're amazing. We're amazing. No big deal.
So that basically just makes me everything. I get like everything almost.
No, you don't get everything because you're not on a job for your patron. You get to pick 3 abilities, and if you'd like to mark corruption, you can pick an additional 1.
Okay, so I would like to mark corruption.
Oh my goodness, this guy.
I'm going to gain armor, take forward +1, demonic senses, demonic movement, and that's 4. Yeah.
All of this is happening. The transformations take a moment, and you can see that Josh is beginning to transform as well. Just his muscles sort of spasming as he grows taller. His skin turns scaly red, except for a palm, which maintains fleshy from where he touched Celeste. Dale, you've kind of got the free moment here to do something, but you do see that all the ghosts in here are like materializing spectral Tommy guns in their hands.
Fuck.
Dale just standing there as everyone else powers up.
Dale, what do you do as everyone else is powering up?
Well, shit. I might be over my head on this one. So it's like another kind of speakeasy kind of deal?
Yes, it's a speakeasy under a speakeasy under a
Yes.
museum.
Okay. Now, one of my let it out abilities is spot a previously overlooked clue or advantage.
Oh.
And I'm looking for something to neutralize a good amount of people in one fell swoop. Something like a chandelier, or I don't know, like a soda gun to like spray on their Tommy guns to make them jam up, which might work because water and guns don't mix too well.
Okay. This is a let it out ability, so roll with spirit.
I forgot to add my bonus. That's a 7.
So Dale is going to mark corruption, and it is costly, limited, or unstable.
It's a speakeasy, so why wouldn't there be like a pool table in there? I kick over a pool table for cover against all the ghosts with Tommy guns.
Sure. Very good. Yes, there is absolutely a pool table in here. And Dale, you are able to dive towards the pool table, fully like knocking it over, creating cover. The pool balls that were on the table go like scattering all over the place.
Yes.
And you see like a couple bounce and just phase right through the ghosts. And you realize that tangible things are going to have extremely limited, if not no effect against these ghosts. You're going to need magic to deal with them.
I look over to Cris and shrug.
But some of the pull balls do get under Josh as he is transforming. And he does like a full-on cartoon, like wobbling on top of the balls, going, whoa, 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 before he hits the ground prone. So while that was not effective against the ghosts at all, you have created 2 advantages here. You've created cover, and Josh is on the ground.
Get him!
Ezra, Bobby, you guys finish your transformations. You see the ghosts raising up their Tommy guns, getting ready to just fire in an area. Cris, you've got your magic shields raised. What do you guys do?
On a scale from 1 to definitely fatal, how dangerous are these Tommy guns?
Only one way to find out, huh?
You're a werewolf. They gotta be silver bullets. You're fine.
It's probably ghost silver.
So I'm going to go try to attack the ghosts and see if it's possible to affect them in any kind of way.
So what I hear there, Bobby, is that you are trying to inflict violence. You're trying to turn to violence against these ghosts.
I absolutely am. Yeah, I am trying to turn to violence to solve my problems.
You are certainly doing that. Here's the thing. I'm not even going to have you roll because it frankly doesn't really matter what you roll, because these are ghosts and you swipe at them with your claws and you gnash at them with your teeth, and they kind of just like turn to mist for half a second before rematerializing, because as I've already said, trying to do anything physical to them is not going to work.
Totally. But maybe making them materialize over and over again will make it so they can't shoot us with their ghost bullets.
Hold on, I was not done. Because as Bobby is trying to swipe and bite at ghosts, they start firing their spectral Tommy guns at Bobby. And Bobby, all at once, you are hit with a barrage of ice-cold, ghostly ammunition that, unlike what you are trying to do to them, hurts.
Some bullshit. All right.
That
All
is
right.
some
How bad does it
bullshit.
hurt? I know, right? That's what I was so annoyed
We
about.
should just
'cause
be
I
ghosts.
thought,
Nothing can hurt
Right?
us.
I was
Whatever,
like,
dude.
what's like they're shooting me with ghost bullets? Whatever.
Yeah, they are shooting with ghost bullets. And you know what ghost bullets are? Magic.
some bullshit. All right. Well, what kind of damage am I looking at, Doctor?
So this is like really the first time I've ever done any kind of meaningful harm to anyone in this game.
Well, you have armored, right? So hopefully this isn't too bad.
Yeah, I do.
Zach,
But like,
shut up for 1 second.
oh no.
Shut the fuck up.
And the way that this sort of works is different weapons, different abilities that creatures might have a bunch of different tags, and the kind of tags they are affect different things. So I have given the Phantasma Gang's guns the Ghostly and Auto Fire tags. Auto Fire means that it can be used as an area weapon, but doing so exhausts the item, requiring the character to reload or refresh it. So these ghosts just like fire their Tommy guns until like just ghostly steam rises from the barrels and nothing else, and they're just spraying all at once all over Bobby. It also has the ghostly tag, which is a tag I've created.
Yeah, just make it up as you go, you bitch.
What does it do? What does it do? Damn it.
Which basically just means it's armor piercing against physical armor. Now, Chris's spell, that's magical armor, so it's not going to pierce that, but it is going to ignore whatever your non-magical armor is.
That's a fucked up tag. That should be worth 2. That's fucked up.
I know,
dude.
that's fucking ridiculous. This is
That's
insane.
a wild tag.
It's like my build, dude. All right, whatever. If I didn't have like a super dope support, I would actually be fucked here. This is nonsense. Okay. What kind of damage are we looking at here, Doctor?
So that is 2 harm minus your magical armor. So that is going to be 1 harm to you, Bobby.
Okay. I'm all right, guys. I'm all right.
Superficial, nothing to worry about. And then these ghosts have to like try and reload their Tommy guns. But your strikes against them have been all for naught.
So can I try something then? Since I have, magic. So would this work, Mike? One of my Let It Out abilities is to reshape the essence or nature of an exposed object or magical spell. Could I use that to give him magic claws?
Ooh, that's cool. I like that.
Let's go, dude.
It's a level 1 spell in most TTRPGs,
I like that. I like that. Sort of altering the curse, really, that is flowing through Bobby, and sort of enhancing that to be a more overtly like magical thing. Let's roll with that. So roll with spirit to let it out.
Ooh, good roll. 14, baby.
Let's freaking go, dude.
14. So it is either going to cost you corruption, or I'm going to say the cost here is that it's going to sort of frenzy Bobby slightly. And he will have to mark corruption. So basically you're choosing here who is marking corruption for this.
I'll give it to Bobby.
I got this.
So Bobby, you feel Cris like reaching into you magically, manipulating the bestial essence inside of you causing it to bubble. It's always simmering under the surface a little, but she's agitating it. She's making it even stronger than it already is. And it's making you kind of freak out a little bit, man.
Sick. All right, Ezra, do you want to do your sword fight a little bit? Get that started?
Ezra, Barb looks over to you. She gives you a nod. She draws like this hatchet that she always carries with her. And she charges alongside you towards Josh.
All right, I charge Josh with my claymore.
Claymore v. Katana. You are turning to violence. You are going to roll with blood, but you are going to take a -1 on this because Josh had time to prepare for you guys coming. He is ready to defend himself even while on the ground. He sort of like kicks the billiard balls that are scattered around towards you, trying to create a moment of defense for himself. So everybody is going to take a -1 ongoing to dealing with Josh.
Okay. Well, that was a 9.
On a hit, you inflict harm as established, and your opposition chooses one. They inflict harm on you, they put you in a bad spot, they create an opening to flee. Your claymore is a, 3 harm item, right? Yeah, it's a 3 harm hand messy. So you have to be like right on top of him. And you just start hacking into him. And Barb is right behind you, is swinging her hatchet down like on his ankles.
Yes.
Her
brutal.
hatchet just like bounces off because he also has armor. But it is not 3 worth of armor as your sword does pierce him. And you hear him go, "Oh, Ezra! Ezra, I've always hated you so fucking much!" And you inflict 3 harm minus his armor, which I've given him armor 1, so you inflict 2 harm on him.
Don't worry, buddy. I always really fucking hated you too.
But then you feel the katana at your side as he slashes into you. Not so much enough to like really harm you, but like to draw your attention as he knocks you to the ground.
Oof.
Putting you in a bad spot. You are now like pinned to the ground underneath him. You don't have the full range of mobility to swing that sword at the moment.
Ah, shit.
And he reaches over to the bar and he grabs a bag of sand that had not been swept up. And he opens his mouth. He dumps the entire content of the pouch into his demonic maw.
Gross.
And he swallows it.
Oh, man.
Gross.
Swallowing a drug you normally snort. That sounds tasty.
Ezra, you idiot. You piece of shit. I'm gonna enjoy this. I'm gonna enjoy this more than I've ever enjoyed anything. As his claws start creeping towards your face and squeezing your head. I'm gonna enjoy this so much on the next episode of Escape the Dungeon. Thank you for listening to Escape the Dungeon. Escape the Dungeon is created by Dom Brass, Nate Brass, Zach Brass, and Mike Cripps, with editing and original music by Tyler Knittle. If you enjoyed this show, please consider subscribing and leaving a 5-star review on your favorite podcast app. To find us on social media, go to escapethedungeonpod.com.